Count the days till Friday. 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 Count the days till, count the days till, count the days till, count the days. I just got paid, got a fat ass check, so I count the days till Friday.
Count the days till Friday. Count the days till Friday. That's one of my best tracks called Friday, and it's by NT Up. And last night was fire, as you can see in the video. That track is off the hook. So I want to say welcome to everybody that came to my first YouTube channel and tuned in. I'm so grateful for you guys to be here. I'm so thankful for you guys to come into my channel and see what this is about. And yeah, man, I've been working on this for quite some time. So for those who don't know me, my name is djangel.n, and I'm so excited to introduce you to house music reviews, in the making for quite some time now. So I am happy to share this moment with you guys. In a moment, I'm going to explain to you what this channel basically is about. Obviously, the name House Music Reviews says it all. But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about me, and I promise you I will make it really short, okay? I've been DJing for the past 30 plus years and also producing as well. I've played in clubs in New York, New Jersey, LA. I am from Brooklyn, New York. Lived there when I was a young kid, moved into New Jersey, lived there for the majority of my time, and now I am located in Florida, sunny Florida, so I'm happy to be here. Yes, I miss my New Yorkers, and I miss New York City, but I like it here also. I've also been out of the country DJing as well, like Dominican Republic, Paris, and Spain, just to name a few places where I've been. I don't want to get too into where else I've been to, because that really doesn't matter. All right, so enough about me. Like I said, I was going to make it short. I'm going to move on. I'm going to get into the meat of the channel. And you just got a little snippet of what it's going to be, but there's a lot more stuff that's going to happen here, so I'm going to talk about that. All right, so let's get into that. So like I said in the introduction of my YouTube channel, this is House Music Reviews, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to review different genres every single week, whether it's tech house, house music, deep house, sofa house, Afro house, Latin house. If it has house in front of it, I'm going to review it. So every week I'm going to have a top 10. It might be different than any digital download sites that do top 10s, or it might be the same. I don't know. We'll get into that later on, but I will have that. And the reason why I will have these top 10 because I played these top 10s, not because I listened to them. I wanted to listen to them, and I also wanted to get my crowd reaction, and the reaction I got were amazing. So I am going to give you those top 10. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my number one song. So you need to stick around so you know which is the number one song. So that way you could download that song. And this song could be yours as a producer. And you can use my channel to put it in your media like you do with Beatport and Track Source. And I'm going to have a video of me playing that song, and you can see how the reaction of the crowd was. All right. And so the next thing I want to talk about is the digital download sites and their reviews or their picks of top 10 and hype charts, and did they get it right? Did they get it wrong? I will have a discussion about that. Is being number one really getting you where you need to go in these digital download sites? That's a good discussion to talk about with everybody. I would like everybody to get involved in that. So definitely leave comments at the bottom, and we will discuss it the following week. I try to get to as many as I can. These digital download sites, you really got to think about it. Is it a site where you can go there and honestly say, okay, I'm going to pick these top 10s because they said it's going to be really good. It's going to do great for me at the club I'm DJing, because they do top 10s for every single genre. So I'm going to pick, what I do and use it at the club this weekend, see what it does for me. I've done that plenty of times before because, they're professionals, right? So I'm going to pick some of those songs and play them over the weekend. And I tell you the honest truth, a lot of them that I pick, it really didn't do good for my crowd. And I was picking the genre that I do in my club when I DJ over the weekends, and it didn't do good for me. So what I did find out was that when I pick songs that are, I just look to the top 100 and I just start nitpicking some of these songs that I feel is going to do good for me at the club. And I realize that I have a totally different top 10 than they have. And I think the reason why they have their top 10 is because their focus is more on those who are well known and famous in the house industry than focusing on what the music really sounds like. So I'm going to get into discussions about that in the weeks to come. I'm going to plan all this out, so stay tuned for that. And I don't want to ramble too much on that, but we'll get into that. It's going to be really, really good and really exciting. And I think this is really needed, okay? And I want to get into talking about the big time DJs. And I also want to talk about DJs that are up and coming. And I want to talk about producers that are up and coming that I bet you any money bet a lot of you don't even know some of these producers that are out there that are trying to get out in the game. And I know a few guys that are producers that are not in any of these labels that are hot right now. And I tell you, a lot of these labels are just missing the boat. And they're just missing an opportunity. They're missing the diamond in the rough. And I think it's because they're so focused on the cats that they've had for a long time, or they're focusing on the internal people that they have already, like the little clique that they have in the label. So I want to talk about things like that because it's definitely needed. And some of these producers that are up and coming are so good. And I feel they're going to change the game, but they're not getting the opportunity that they should and deserve to get from these labels. Some of these labels don't want to sign these guys, which I know they're willing to give up a track to be in Defected for free, or in Subliminal for free, or Armada for free, or any other labels for free. That's big right now, just to be heard. So they open up their own labels, and that's saturated the market with so many labels. That's going to be another good discussion that I think needs to be talked about. And I know I'm going to hear from a lot of you guys about that. So please leave me comments at the bottom below. And so I want to get into the future of house music and where it's at right now and where it's going in the next couple of years. Are we ever going to be in the radio or be radio mainstream? I don't know. We've been trying for so many years. We're considered underground, and I think that's where we're going to stay for quite some time. Unless everybody wants us to stay underground, that's great. But I'm a big believer in moving to the next level and to the next level and to the next level. That's why I'm here. Move forward instead of just staying in one place. And I think house music, we've gotten very close with Madonna playing house music on the radio station, but that's because she's Madonna, and most of the stuff that she had was mostly poppy house music, not regular underground house music. So I feel we should have house music everywhere, but I don't know if it's ever going to be in the mainstream radio, on the radio stations on a daily basis or a weekend basis. So who knows? We'll discuss that and see what goes on from there. So the big elephant in the room, this is the big elephant: streaming and digital download. What a discussion that's going to be. I tell you this, I do both. I do mostly streaming, but I also buy music as well. My thoughts on that is, should digital download just be completely streaming? No, it shouldn't be that way. I think digital download should stay just in case something happens with streaming that, I don't know, Tidal decides to close down because of whatever the case may be. And now those who are streamers like me have folders of, all the house music that I've created folders for, and now they're all gone. And so now I have to go shopping for, thousands of songs that have saved on the streaming site, and go to these digital download sites and download this stuff. So is streaming here for the future and everybody else is going to follow suit? Or is digital download going to stay, around together with streaming? I think Tidal and all these other people coming aboard doing streaming should have a service where if I really want to buy a song, I could download it. Even though I stream the song, I can say, you know what, I like the song, and download it and pay the money for it, and it's my song. That way we don't lose any songs that you have created in a crate for whatever song it is. So we'll get into that, but that's one of the biggest elephants in the room, and we're going to get into more discussions about that, okay? So stay tuned for that next week. And so the other thing I want to talk about is the Winter Music Conference that didn't happen in 2020. I don't want to dwell on that because it came and went. So I want to focus on 2021. I am now going to start heading to Miami in March for the Winter Music Conference. I am going to videotape some of the big parties. I'm going to interview some of the big DJs that are hosting those big parties, talk to fans of these DJs and see, what they think about their favorite DJs and, how the parties have been going. I'm also want to reach out to some of the guys that are up and coming DJs and producers and talk to them about their icons or their favorite DJs, and are they rubbing elbows with these guys? Are they getting the feedback that they want? What they're gonna do in the future for their production as far as a producer and as far as a DJ. So I'll be doing that, and I'm also gonna focus on the song that is the number one song in the Winter Music Conference, because every year there's always one song that stands out. I will tell you that my next video whenever the Winter Music happens in 2021. So the last thing I want to talk about is Pioneer and djangel.n DJ. So Pioneer and djangel.n DJ. I want to say this. Obviously, Pioneer is the standard equipment that is in most clubs in the world, and they rightfully should be there. They've done stuff that needed to be done many years ago, and they've changed the DJ world, and that's great. It's amazing. They were innovators when vinyl was around and records were around and turntables were around, like Techniques. But now you have djangel.n DJ that did the same thing Pioneer did years ago. And a lot of you cats have been DJs for so many years that started at vinyl. And when Pioneer came out, you were iffy about Pioneer. You were not sure to transition. You wanted to stay with vinyl. And you did that for quite some time until you gave it a chance. And then when you gave it a chance, you realized, hey, this is the wave of the future. This is the new way of DJing. So now djangel.n DJ is here, and they've changed, for the better with their controllers and all their separate units. And you're not giving them the chance that you gave Pioneer many years ago. So I want to talk about that and, get into discussion about, is djangel.n DJ going to take the top of the heat away from Pioneer? We don't know. It looks that way, but looks are deceiving sometimes, and you never know. Pioneer might have something up their sleeve and might kill djangel.n DJ in a heartbeat. We don't know. But they need to really focus on their customers, listen to what they want, and see what the competition is doing and do it better. In a nutshell, that's basically what my channel is about. It's basically gonna, talk about house music. We're gonna talk about, all different things. In the future, I want to have discussions with, in my studio here with top DJs. If I can get them here, hopefully I can, or up and coming DJs and producers here in my studio, and we can have back and forth discussions about what they're doing and where they're going next. That's what my channel is about. I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. I am so excited to have this channel and to start this. I truly feel that it's needed in the house music community. I want to be that voice, and I want to be the ears for you guys to tell you what is really good and what's hot right now, as far as house music and all types of genre. I'll be here every single week giving you guys reviews about house music, and yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna work hard just to give you guys what you guys deserve. And so yeah, thank you so much for being here. I want you guys to do one last thing for me: subscribe, hit like, and hit the notification button. This way, every time I do a show, you guys will get notified to come and see my show. Yeah, that's basically it. To end this video, I would like to say thank you to all you guys that stopped by and looked at my video. I know you've been waiting for a little bit to find out what's going on, because I left a post on my media service. And so thank you for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button. So whenever my new video comes up, you guys will get notified, and then you can come here and see my next review, okay? Thank you. I'll see you next week. Peace out.